Hey everybody, Shay here for a quick update. I just want to be able to reach out to folks and let you know that, everything is fine. I did release a post recently, 2 days ago, that let you know that, I have to take a step back and I have to rethink some stuff, and all of it's here. For those of you who haven't read the post under the community section, feel free to give it a read. It basically, to summarize, it's just I need to take a step back from YouTube as a platform. The way it works today, and this isn't just from what I'm going through on this channel. I listen to other channels, I follow other channels, and I get the vibe that things just aren't right for people out there. And I think it's something to do, I know, it's something to do with the platform and the way it functions right now in order for to reach new people and to have an incentive to create. And it's not that, like, you can find that incentive in different places, right? But not everybody is the same. We're not all wired the same, man. And so in my particular case, this isn't recent. This is for those of you who followed along the vlogs and whatnot.
I was hoping that 500 would happen, and it happened on the very 1st of August. So that's halfway to the first kind of major milestone for any YouTuber, really, but mine in particular. When I started this channel, January 1st, 2016, the turn of the year, it was a bit of a New Year's resolution thing, and I didn't have an idea of what the channel would be. Like, it was going to be a bit of a travel vlog mixed with an art vlog, and then I started gaming because I wanted to experiment with that technology and how to do it. And it's just the channel was really defined by, I just want to do it. I just want to do it, and I'll figure it out as I go. And it was all about the journey, and that's where you get the explore, engage, and inspire thing. But it just comes down to the fact that to grow a YouTube channel, you need to be honest with what you're trying to achieve. And for you not to be disheartened, as many small YouTube channels are, and it takes effort and time to grow a solid community to back you up, and in turn give you that enthusiasm to keep creating back to the community, and then have the community reinvigorate you to create more. And that loop cycle, you need to develop that over time. I'm not going to give up on the fact that I want the channel to also do other things. The numbers are important. As much as people say numbers aren't important and they're not looking at them, you don't have to be ruled by the numbers, but you should be aware of the numbers if you have the goal of growing a channel and getting it somewhere. Allows me to give back to the community and create that loop, that cycle for all of us.
And I have unlisted all the vlogs for the last 7 years of the channel. I've unlisted 33% of the content that has been on the channel. I just need to move forward, and some of it is going to take some drastic actions. And one of my steps was, a year and a half ago, is when I felt like I had to, like, something was off, because I bound my YouTube experience a lot. I looked really creepy there. In any case, I bound my experience a lot to my pug that I used to have, Mogwai.
My dog is not very attentive. I think his hearing is going. Look at him creeping. No, you can't reach him. You done? Okay. Come on. Bye, buddy. Here he comes. Oh.
And because he was going through a lot of health issues, and for 4 to 5 years, and he got diabetes, but then he went blind a few months later, and then he went deaf. He started to go paralyzed in the hind legs, and that's when it got really bad. He started having seizures, and that's where and it came to an end. And as soon as it came to an end, it was August, middle of August, and a year and a half ago. And I knew at that moment, man, I knew the day I came home, I was like, YouTube won't be the same. I don't know why I can say that and why I can associate that so clearly in my mind, but I know it was that event that I had bound my experience on YouTube so much with being Mogwai, seeing iHuman, that I needed him beside me all the time. And so that bound relationship caused me to create a schedule with YouTube so that I was creating around his schedule. And then the more he degraded in health, the more I had to change my habits. So I had to record video games when I knew he was asleep, and I had to edit them on a laptop when he was awake. So I was upstairs with him and he was beside me, and so
I stopped going into the office, for example. I've been working from home almost permanently since June. to help reassimilate him to his surroundings and retrain him to know where I am. I have to carry him outside. It's been a weird last 6 months. It's super disruptive to the whole channel like momentum that I had going on. If you guys are wondering why things kind of got shaky, there's plenty of reasons that happened this year. I will attribute it to the community, to be honest. It's just inspired me to keep coming back and do this.
And so that pattern made me very efficient at YouTube, because what else was I going to do? You know, like, some people have hobbies, some people have all these other things to do. YouTube was my hobby, but it was also a way for me to kind of keep sane while I was going through that very crisis heavy scenario. So as soon as that decision was made, I knew that things were going to change. It's me trying to bring it back to this, right? And so that's what it's been. You know, I turned my attention to Hollow Knight and Dark Souls. Probably not the kind of games I should have put my attention into for the next 4 to 5 months, but I did, and I realized that I got a lot more snarky, and I got a lot more cold with just my approaches to things, and just like how I was kind of just how I was reacting to things. And it might have been an influence of the game, for sure. For sure. I don't regret those games either, though, because it taught me to just break through some of that, the apprehension of expression. That shell was cracked.
Be safe, friend. Don't you dare go alone.
We hold back. We're afraid. And yet we stand shoulder to shoulder, holding the line. Holding the line. The some of the warriors suck. I mean, you're really bad. You're going to die. But what I don't want, what I really don't want, is that the shitty warriors get the good warriors killed. So decisions have to be made.
I've tried different channels now. Again, if you've been here for the last year, I've tried different things. I'm doing things anonymously out there. I'm trying things. I'm measuring things. That's never going to go away. I'm always a measurer. I'm a data person in my real life, in my job, and I've got. It's just I can't escape wanting to deconstruct things. Deconstruct narrative is not the only thing I deconstruct, you know? I deconstruct everything. I deconstruct patterns. I recreate patterns so that I can become more efficient. And YouTube has constantly grinded me to a halt, and on every attempt. And so I feel like I know enough now from all of the other experiences for the last year with the other channels, with the migrating them back to this channel to try to make a variety channel.
That line has to get crossed. A lot of you won't make it, and I understand that. I understand that. Not everybody can be a warrior that transcends that threshold into the new reality, that new place that all of us know is there, but none of us really want to go there. We hold back. We're afraid. And yet we stand shoulder to shoulder, holding the line. Holding the line. The some of the warriors suck. I mean, you're really bad. You're going to die. But what I don't want, what I really don't want, is that the shitty warriors get the good warriors killed. So decisions have to be made. You're in a very uncomfortable position to have to, how do I put this surely? If the warrior beside you fucks up, I give you permission to shoot their fucking wag off and leave them behind. You save yourself. Don't be an idiot.
All of that informs what I need to do as a next step. I can't make sense of it to people because I haven't really made sense of it to myself. Like, I'm going to be talking about a lot of things here that feel like they're all over the place, but they're all connected. Like, some of you might have caught clips of an entity I call Shade. There's a reason why he manifested. And people who have been here long enough know how that happened. And so you have a secret history. And it's May 1st, it's May 1st. I can finally try to focus. This room, so empty all around me. I mean, not the room you're seeing, because the room you're seeing is fake. But the room around me, it's so empty. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Except me, I think. And, well, something else. I mean, you'll learn more about it, I'm sure. Somehow, or maybe you won't. Maybe you won't, because it'll be a secret. An open secret. Sort of. And by that I mean I'm probably not going to say anything. You're just going to have to figure it out. And a lot of those videos are unlisted now, so if you've missed them, you don't have the context, and they wouldn't have made sense when you heard them. I'm giving you just enough information that alludes to it being more than just random content I was uploading. There were messages in there, and it wasn't messages that were easy to decipher. That was intentional. I think he still exists out there, you know? And we don't always communicate, and that's okay. That's part of the relationship I'm aware of, and I know Shade's aware of it. But Shay and Shade, we're not exactly the same people. We're seeing things from different perspectives.
I think, therefore I act.
And the messages that came across in those videos did carry carry messages that alluded to what I knew was going to happen, which is whatever this is. And I'm just talking right now off the cuff because I have no idea what I'm trying to express. I just know that there's the artist part of me knows it has to express something, and I'm trying to find that voice. I'm giving it a voice, or I'm letting Shade wander wherever he has to wander to find those voices.
I just wander from place to place, and I try to make sense of things. Because by making sense of things, I can make sense of myself.
I'm not sure how they connect. I'm not sure when or why, and it doesn't matter to me. Shade's on his own. I don't care. I don't care about Shade. And so
My voice will be like angels in the snow. Why did you let me go? I wanna be a part of you. Won't you let me through? My heart beats 1, 2, 1, 2 for you.
I'll let you ponder whatever you want as to what might have been going on there. I'm okay. I'm okay with interpretations. The Discord community has also helped. It's been a place for me to just dump my feelings and my thoughts about things, and people listen, and I appreciate all of you who have survived some of those rants. And you don't always have to reply back. I don't expect people to reply back, you know? But the Discord also, like, just little things like, you know, the mention of ARGs. And that was a year ago. That was a year I remember where I was at the time in my house. I had gutted the house because I knew I was gonna move. I knew, and I didn't have that plan yet. I was looking for a house, but I knew that I have to go. Welcome to a channel update for June 2022. It's been a very long time. Who am I again? Where am I? Anyways, what time is it? What year is this? Hey everybody, Shay here. Time for another channel update for June. I am back, and I think I just got this room set up about 2 days ago, and I mean, anything could be going wrong. Anything at all. Strange things that are going on out there, you know, or in here. Anyways, kind of a long intro because it's been a long time. This funny thing happened. I'm going to share with you. My computer started freaking out, and the time is all weird. So even as I was hitting record to, you know, record this for all of you because it was time. It was the beginning of the month. It's what I always did, but something is strange. What do you mean? I just set you up, man. Why would you, what? Hey, anyways, we are here. My channel is gone. It was there, and now it's not. So I don't know what the problem is, whether it's out there or in here, but it's freaking me out. Everything was fine a month ago. I feel like I had a purpose and a direction. I had a meaning. I existed for a reason. And I've always existed. I mean, when have I not existed? So I'm gonna be doing an update here. I feel like this is, I'm really here. I gotta fix this.
I feel like there's a destiny. I'm supposed to find something. I'm supposed to do something. I'm supposed to be something.
It says everything, all the space. I feel like I'm in a parallel universe or something like that. So I'm here giving you updates, like I've always given you updates for 5 years. It does feel like I'm recording some sort of indie horror, like or a documentary, right? Like this room feels like a documentary-esque. All of this matters, folks. I mean, maybe I never existed at all. Whoa, oh, kink in my neck. I was. Oh, I think I'm broken.
I distinctly remember not feeling good. Something was wrong. I decided at some point that I would exist here. I remember being in a place where I thought I wouldn't exist anymore. I just gave up. Or, I mean, someone gave up. But I didn't. I kept exploring.
So I spent like 1 or 2 weeks really digging into what ARGs are, and I love the concept of them. And so take away what you will from what I just said there. And I think I'm here to say that things aren't going to be what they used to be. They can't. They can't. That's what this message right here is really saying. But I want to edit differently. I don't know what that means though. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what any of this means. This time off has given me time to think about just thinking about stuff. I know it sounds like I'm saying I'm gone. I kind of didn't want it to come across that way, and I understand with the comments that have happened here, like, you know, the farewells and stuff like that, and I get it, you know. But I also didn't want to say I'm not going anywhere. Because part of me is going somewhere. It's going somewhere.
If a warrior is slowing you down, shoot that motherfucker's leg off, and you keep moving. I give you permission to not be an idiot. We'll get to the other side. I mean the Slarbwoods. The Slarbwoods will get to the other side. And we'll tell your story. We will lie to everybody and tell them that you were warriors. And warriors. But warriors. The guy to let the smart warriors survive. We won't say that part aloud. Maybe. We'll see.
I know this is all coming across extremely ambiguous and strange. But it's just the way I think it's going to be. I think this is what I'm trying to say, is that what the channel was, it cannot be that anymore. It can't. Because if I keep doing that, I'm actually going to... the impact is going to be great enough that I don't want to do anything for YouTube anymore. And that's not where I am at all.
I feel like this is the place where I gotta come when I have to escape from the everyday grind and stuff like that. This is where I want to come and spend my time.
I'm in a bit of a conundrum here. Because I want to reach the voices. And I want the voices to reach me. And that's enough for now, because that's all I have. That's how I'm finding these answers.
Again, I've done things on the side. I've explored. I've explored things on the side. And no, I'm not gonna say what they are. No, people are probably not gonna find out what they are. And I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Am I gonna be able to keep up what I did and what I started? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I can, because it was a test, and the test taught me what it needed to teach me, and I feel like it confused me more. It confused me more because this channel is the 7-year experience on YouTube. This is part of me. This channel has become part of my identity, but my identity is not who I am on this channel. There's more facets, man. There's more facets, and that's what I'm trying to communicate now, because I feel like this is the moment to do it. What you're getting now is like, this is as raw as I can be to try to express myself, and if I'm not making sense, by God, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that it doesn't make sense. Like, it's up to the audience to also take away whatever you want, you know? Take away whatever you want from this experience. And I feel like that's where the future is headed. If I keep this channel, it will transform again. It will.
We are on a mission, an adventure, a quest, a journey. We are going to find things. We are going to unearth things, and we are going to become heroes. There is no stopping us. There is no end, because this place, all of it, it's just infinite. So you can't have an end. Think about the journey, not the destination. Why? Because there is no end to infinity. You just keep going.
I did a test last year when I broke that Pokemon thing. It was me trying to split the channel off into sub-channels, and I started that September 2020, and then I tried to push something January 2021 as a second part of that test, and it mangled the channel like hard. Like, it went to 0 subscribers gained, I think, by March. What I want to do is I want to evolve the channel to consolidate. So the reverse of what I was trying to do at the beginning of the year, that didn't pan out. The tests all failed. From my perspective, they all failed. I'm doing the thing that has, for 5 years, 6 years of this channel, but on the first year of the channel, I made comments about wanting to make this, bring different kinds of content to the channel and not have the channel just be gaming. And I went against my own wishes back in those days. You know, you can have a YouTube channel and it doesn't need to be just this thing. I think people do create better channels when they're bringing something to the channel that is personal to them. I feel like I'm losing a bit of what this channel needs to be for me, which is it needs to be me bringing new ideas to the channel as well and exploring other ideas. So we'll see where that takes us. Everything has always pointed to the fact that YouTube channels should not be creating variety channels because they don't work. But looking at the last year of tests and playing these different kinds of games, XCI Gaming was effectively a variety channel. It was just a variety gaming channel. And I think the impact to XCI Gaming as a variety gaming channel is no different than what it could happen to the channel if it became a variety of variety content. You know what I mean? Like, just like all the other stuff that I do on the other channels, it could all just be on one channel. If anything, it would actually increase my discoverability because it's those other topics, possibly finding people who are interested. Infinite Lives, the green mushroom is very important to me as a symbol. I like the 1-up symbol, where I did a road trip across Canada in silence because my radio broke.
First day into the road trip.
It was a lot of days going across the prairies and stuff like that, but I got to the mountains. I was wearing this shirt. I finally settled in on a hotel, took a picture, and I felt like I found a direction for myself creatively that I could go. And on the drive back, I knew that I was going to start a YouTube channel. And the first version of this channel was called XCI Vlogs. It was a road trip vlog that then evolved into just exploring, engaging, and inspiring.
Searching for information.
I got to thinking about milestones in general. I mean, this channel is super new, right? And it takes commitment to just kind of grow your channel out the way you want it and build the kind of community you want and stay true to whatever vision you have for it.
One of those being, let me figure out how to do Let's Plays. Therefore, Dragon Age Origins started on the channel. And that's XCI here. Just a quick little vlog about getting this my setup here for a Let's Play new series for Let's Play videos. I got my mic here, headphones ready to go, and there's my box here. This room's gonna be the new studio room to set up this stuff. This is kind of neat. So hopefully we'll get some games going on here. I was doing 3 MMOs at a time, and then I went to Spore, and then I went
cold turkey on video games for like 5 years, so.
Alright, here we go. XEI here. Gonna be doing a Let's Play of Dragon Age Origins. This is gonna be my first Let's Play. I'm gonna be pretty green when it comes to Let's Plays in general. I hope that I come up with a way of doing this that is entertaining to folks who are joining along for the ride. And that's the history, and it all started with that green mushroom, that one-up shirt that I was wearing. I live what I feel like are infinite lives outside of gaming and outside of the gaming channel. And I really need a place to just kind of bring more of myself to the channel and really embrace the idea of what this channel could have been 5 years ago. I'm just, I found myself now again, you know what I mean? Does it mean the games are going away? No. No, I don't think it does, because I love playing games and sharing those experiences with people who love to watch someone playing games and sharing that experience with them. By that, I also say, like, is the manga stuff going away? No. No, I have got 4 boxes of manga sitting beside me from Right Stuff. They actually arrived within a month and a half this time. Not 7 months, not 8 months, not 9 months. A month and a half. And I got 4 boxes of manga here, and I haven't even opened them. Why? Because even opening these boxes, I've now associated with sharing it. Sharing the experience with people out there who enjoy that kind of stuff. And is it everybody? No. No, it's not everybody. And I need to be okay with that. I need to be comfortable with that. And so, I think what I'm saying is, I want to share those experiences. I just don't know how I'm going to share them, but they're not going to be the same way. They're not going to be the same way. 1 year ago, January 1st, 2016, I started this channel as a challenge for myself and to see if I could grow something and find something I could put my time into that I could take meaningful value out of. Growing a community, interacting with people online again about things that I love. And I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised that I was able to hold on and maintain the momentum up until the end of the year. And I say that because I'm the kind of individual that I'm very easily distracted with new projects, and I leave things, I start a lot of things, but I don't finish a lot of things. I mean, when I started doing the gaming videos, I realized this is what needs to be the majority of this channel, because it's also something that was missing in my life and also something I wanted to bring back to my life. The new year, new you thing, I don't adhere to that. I don't believe in that. Unless you want to use that as the catalyst to starting to live your life in a different way, to creating a new you that you continually reflect on and you continually try to evolve. Pivot on life and make something happen so that you always create that better you. You always want to achieve a better self. And so here's the trick. You write a top 10 list, what you'd like to try to achieve. And why I mean that is because I value the journey of attaining something. Not necessarily the attainment of that thing, but the journey of it. Because I think a lot of lessons are learned when you're trying to achieve something. But I need to have a way for me to share more about myself so that I can connect with you guys more as an individual and not just the guy that's gaming and dumping content out there. Although I do love the gaming that's happened on this channel. I feel like I'm getting a lot off my chest. And these comments really did help. They really did. More than you know. And because, I don't always express my thoughts. And so I never exactly know what it is that is moving me in a direction. I go on gut instinct, gut impulses. I do this at work as well. A lot more successfully than YouTube, might I add. I trust my gut, and people trust my gut. And lots of expensive decisions trust my gut. But with YouTube, I have always second-guessed my gut, man. I've always second-guessed it. Because the gut is the self, man. And the self has been trying to communicate and express in a certain way that the data side has rejected part of the self, of myself, And I'm a data person, and those are the two sides of the brain that keep on firing off, and they're in conflict, man. They're in conflict.
Ready? We're gonna walk? You have an idea, you gotta just go for it. You can't second guess yourself, You have to, if you got a plan, you gotta tell someone. You gotta do something like this. You got to record it down. You got to say it somewhere so that you can hold yourself accountable for being able to stick to your word.
I wanted to make sure that you got this very important message before we cross the threshold. Hey, I'll see you on the other side. No, I won't. I won't see any of you on the other side. Because I will shoot every one of your motherfucking legs off. That's it. That's it. Goodbye, warriors. Goodbye.
And so, by me replying to comments, you know, it helps me put words to some of the thoughts that I haven't clearly articulated inside my subconscious. And the conversations do happen. The voices do happen in the caves. And it's difficult to decipher them until I can put them into action. And
Sometimes I hear voices, and I move towards the voices. Then they go away. Sometimes I think about how to reach the voices, and I feel like I do. I feel like I reach them somehow. I think, and then I do. Something is done. Walking around, and I found this cave the other day. Let me tell you, the one thing I didn't think not to find in a cave was goddamn darkness. There was no darkness. How is it possible for a cave to not have shadows? That doesn't make any sense. It's my purpose. I am the one. I am the chosen one to be here to communicate and to find access to the shadows. Because if I have no shadow, then I am the light. I will set them free. Because they deserve to leave the cave. They deserve it.
And sometimes what I do doesn't always lead to the right outcome, the right decisions on YouTube. It leads to impulsive decisions that actually hurt me more than benefit the end goal that I might be trying to achieve. And I feel like that's been the journey, and I need to embrace the fact that that's been the journey. And I don't want to wipe it out, but I want to find a way to make that journey the actual way forward.
You keep on moving forward. You find the next point in the horizon, you focus on it, and you keep going. Don't forget about what your ambitions are, what your dreams are, and don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. I believe in all of you. If I can't find myself, then you will find me. That's how it goes. There are rules. And when there aren't rules, you make the rules. You know why? So you can break them. Because fuck the rules. Learn them, break them. That's right. That's how it goes. That's it.
I need to go back to the roots of what this channel was 7 years ago when I created it as XEI Vlogs. It was a road trip across Canada. It was impulsive. It was irrational. I bought my first van for it. I built a bed in the back of it in something like 3 or 4 days, and I drove away. And that was all because of something at work where I was basically voluntold to take a break. And I'm like, so that's how irrational I can be with the decisions, but let me tell you, that changed my life, man. That changed my life. I never know where the song will flow. This voice makes me go down that lonely road. So here we are, singing a song to the stars. I don't even know where you are. What I know is you're not in my heart. Every time I start this flow, I never know
down the lonely road. I am in a search for my soul, and so I roll down the lonely road.
Recording on the road became some of the original videos on this channel before it turned into what it turned into.
My mama said.
I'm not saying this is going to go back to vlogs. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that there was an energy there and there was a purpose. There was something else that was part of why I started the channel 7 years ago, without a goal, without an intention of it becoming a gaming channel.
I started thinking about, there's a quote, it's probably a proverb, I have no idea where this started, something about destinations and journeys, right? And it's always stuck with me. It's like blah, 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 not the destination, blah, 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 it's the journey. It's something that I think about when I road trip, but it's also something that, you know, I've applied to life in general. You know, I appreciate getting to the thing that I want to get to. I don't really concentrate, or I don't really focus on I concentrate quite a bit when I'm in doing of the things I need to do in order to get to the place I need to get to, but I don't focus on the destination. I feel like equally in life, if you're only thinking about what you're trying to achieve, you know, you don't take the opportunities to acknowledge the things that you can learn from, the good things and the bad. All those things are important. So yeah, but that's what I'll leave with you guys. You know, take some time to just appreciate the things around you and the experiences you have. They're important. They're important to life.
There's a vlog out there at one point where I had to choose the name. It was at 100 subs. You choose your name, and I had to make a decision. And you know, you've heard me about deconstructing narrative and stuff like that. The power of names. You've heard me talk about this in games as well. Right? Naming the channel became one of those moments that defined the trajectory that it would be on, and it became a gaming channel. That's where it led to.
XCI here from XCI Videos, XCI Gaming, XCI Vlogs. Whatever this channel is, I'm not at 100 yet, so I haven't chosen my name. I hope to get to 1,000. That's my personal goal. Obviously, I would like to get higher than that. Here's the guy that sometimes you hear in the background of my video games. I do love this channel. I do want to grow it. Heyo everybody, XCI here for a vlog. This one is especially special for me because it's the 100 subscriber vlog. I didn't think it would come this early. A month ago it was the 50 subscriber milestone, so this was important because you get your own damn URL. And when I chose XCI Gaming as the channel name, I was trying to think about, like, you know, is it meaningful for explore, engage, and inspire? And the way I see even the word gaming, I used a metaphor once at work, which was, you know, I see every obstacle as just another level, right? Another game level. And I see every challenge as just another mini boss, right? And everything in life for me has turned into a game for all intents and purposes. It's just about figuring out how to clear that level, get to the next boss, clear the boss, get to the next level, and just one thing at a time until you get to your final goal, which is the final boss, right? What is your goal? What are you trying to achieve? And then just explore on your way there. Just engage with people if you need help, or if you want to share your experiences so that it becomes inspiring, and inspire people with the stories that you got.
I had a lot of great experiences gaming, let's plays. It was in a time, 2016 to 2019 is that where I would say it was a time that was different, and it was evolving even in those years. It was already a different time, and channels were already struggling to some degree. But from 2019-ish on, and you can see this on any other channel. I just reviewed a channel with 500,000 plus subscribers, and somewhere around 2020, down they go, and they have been struggling. I'm not going to say the name of it. It doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter. But I analyze channels weekly to see what the trends are for others. Despite the size, this isn't a small channel problem. It's explicitly a problem to small channels that want to grow and reach and have that incentive and motivation to then keep going, right? You don't want to kill creative from creating because of this goddamn platform's process and how they reach people. And it's always about just like a consumption and regurgitation and output. It's anti-creativity, and that's just where the future's going. So you either adapt and you move forward, or you do what I think I'm doing now, which is just say, fuck this, man. Like,
sometimes I can't get through, but then I will try. Nothing's gonna stop me from trying. And that's a lesson for all of you. The only thing that makes you stop is you. There's no harm in failing. If you fail, you learn. Once you learn, you apply. And you keep going. You try. Never stop trying. You'll break through.
I mentioned goals yesterday, and I just wanted to clarify that it's not that I don't have goals. I have goals, my world won't end if I don't achieve those goals. My world will be in crisis if I'm no longer happy in the experience of attempting to achieve the goals. Stuff comes up in your life, and you have to adapt. Get very clear about what you need to change to either fix the problem or forget about it. There's no point in hanging on to something that's compromising the goal, even though the goal doesn't have to be the goal. Getting to the goal in the best way possible is more the goal than the goal.
How you define that, well, that's up to you, and that can change as often as you need it to change. Don't let anything control and guide and define what it is that you deem a success. And yes, sometimes failing is the success. It is. You just gotta fail often enough to realize that it can't stop you. That's what allows you to keep going.
Own the decisions that you make, whether they're, sometimes they're wrong, and that's fine, but not be afraid of them being wrong. And I think people are afraid of being wrong a lot because something in the past has informed them to be afraid. But of course, that's the past. It's not the present, and things change all the time.
So keep your chin up. Keep it up. Believe in what you want. And if you can't reach people with that belief, who cares? Who cares?
So now, when you get into this process of content creation, and you start the dynamic of the comments, and you have engagement, and you can see the numbers, and so you start driving things. It's like a drug. You getting these endorphin kicks when something goes right, but then you get this depression kick when things go wrong. And it's really hard to navigate this, right? When you're constantly bombarded with the data while you're trying to upload videos, because it's all one dashboard. And so you got YouTube saying one thing about you can take breaks, it's not going to affect anything. Bullshit.
If you take a break from posting videos, will the algorithm forget you, punish you, bury you? No.
We analyzed 40,000 upload breaks that lasted between 8 and 60 days, and we found that there was no correlation or consistent drops in viewership after taking a break.
But this is yet another case where you absolutely positively want to think audience, not algorithm. Just like if you shut down your shop or restaurant for a couple weeks or months, or take a break between albums or movies, your people will still need stuff to consume, and they'll go somewhere else to get it while you're gone. So if you can, batch record and schedule some videos to publish, or some community posts or social to help keep your audience engaged. And when you're ready to come back, check for changes in trends and tastes and what else is going on in your space. Then try to plan a big banger of a video, something you know your audience will just love, and then get with the contenting.
I have multiple channels where I can show screenshots, but that's bullshit. After the fourth day of you not uploading, it literally it's flatlines. There's no reach if you stop uploading. That's very extremely frustrating, because what that says is you have to be a slave. You have to be a robot. You have to produce. If you want to grow, if you want reach, you want new discovery, you gotta upload. You gotta upload. The fact that you're just uploading something, you keep triggering the AI to then go out there and do its thing. But if you stop, the AI just dries out. And that I had 3,202 videos on this channel. backlog doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the time I put into the channel. So 300 to 500 views a day might come in for 3,000 videos. It's just, there's always going to be a new channel that comes out and is playing those videos fresher, right? And that's another problem with it, where it really turns into where you just got to keep producing newer stuff. You got to do newer stuff so you can be the newest person in the newest block. And the old stuff that you create, you might as well unlist it. I unlisted 33% of the content on this channel. 33%. See what happens. Because at this point, what do I have to lose? What do I have to lose? Because the YouTube AI isn't smart enough to find people with like interests like you, like these fine people who comment and are regulars that show up in the comments. There's other people out there like you. But why can't YouTube reach them? You have videos out there that, I mean, it's subjective, but I'll watch them and go, what's happening here? How is this video reaching people that I can't seem to reach? What are they doing differently? And I can deconstruct the crap out of them, and I have dossiers. I am thorough, folks. So maybe it's just bad luck that this is it's happening to me. Maybe it's just bad luck, right? Who knows? It doesn't matter. I know enough about the AI at this point and the recommendation system. I've listened to engineers break this thing down to the granularity of the technology, and I have absorbed a good chunk of it. So what I've learned is that you can't, because the AI itself is evolving. So the algorithm is no longer YouTube doing this and that with their values and signals, and so this is going to do the X, Y, and Z. No. The AI, the machine learning, will adapt, and it's adapting to how the audience is consuming content. And so as long as the audience keeps changing, the machine learning around the AI will keep changing, and so the rules for the algorithm will keep changing. There's no way to break the system. There's things you can do that can enhance your chances. I can produce like a robot and enhance my chances. I get what the experts are saying. I get it. I know from a logical perspective, from a programmatic perspective, I get it. I know what you'd have to do. But to me, I'd be giving away a piece of my humanity, my authenticity, by allowing myself to do that. If you want to grow a business, it's different, because you have that's your goal. Your goal is to make money, man, and your goal is to treat YouTube like it's your Scrooge McDuck bin of money. That's your goal. You want to achieve that. You might not everyone's going to achieve it, but that's what your goal is. And so you're going to do whatever the hell you have to do. You're going to do the robot stuff. You're going to. Now maybe you really, really love it, and so that's going to come across, and so you got a bit of that authenticity coming through, even though you're going to be fulfilling the robotic patterns. But why I say this robotic and becomes kind of cookie cutter and kind of regurgitating of the same content is because I'll search for a concept, some idea, right? And I want more information about it. I'll get the same 6 channels. And at one point, I have watched all of it, and I don't think I heard anything different in any of it. But they're all big, they're all growing, they're all experts, and that bothers the crap out of me. Why am I always on this? I'm just showing a wall of text here while talking. I did not expect to be speaking for 25 minutes, ranting. I'm not sure how to even cut around this, but I feel like it turned into a rant that kind of puts a lot of pieces into play that I wanted to express, and maybe this will be temporary. I'll upload it and then I will delete it, or I'll unlist it, and because it doesn't matter. Because nothing matters. And those of you who catch it, you'll have extra context, and those of you who don't, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. And it doesn't matter that it doesn't matter. You just got to move on, right? Embrace the now. The future is unpredictable. All right.